So, hey, I'm live. So, y'all know about, I guess it's been about a year and a half ago. I don't know. I wasn't doing a video blog of this, and a lot of people do. And I watched a lot of people's about getting dentures, about teeth. And I watched a lot of people's video blogs about it, and it really helped me. Um, y'all, I had a call for COVID or something. I'm still coughing. And so, if all the people that have made YouTube videos about dentures and about your teeth, um, keep doing that because it does help people. I had an enamel deficiency from being malnourished as a child. Well, for a couple of reasons. One, we were raised on well water, didn't have any fluoride, and up in Appalachia in eastern Kentucky, so we were not taught good dental hygiene at all. Um, my teeth were rotten by the time I was 2.5. Um, if if this video ever gets popular and anybody wants to see the picture, I have a picture of myself smiling, 2.5 years old, completely rotten, all my teeth, because there was no fluoride. There was no, so I had an enamel deficiency. I think came from a couple of things. I think my mother was on some sort of antibiotic when she was pregnant with me. They said that could, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a dentist. I just know what they told me that that maybe could um, have contributed to the enamel deficiency. The well water without the fluoride definitely contributed to the enamel deficiency and just poor dental hygiene and poor dental health. But so when I was 2.5, my teeth, my baby teeth were rotten. By the time I was 3, I had to have all of my front teeth pulled, my baby teeth. Can you imagine having to have baby teeth pulled because they're rotten? But I did. And I had caps on all of my back teeth were capped and they were silver. I I had some of them for years, which is gross that you save teeth. It was gross. I think they stunk and I found them. I threw them in the trash. But um, I had these silver caps on all of my back teeth, and then they pulled my front teeth because they were rotted. So then when my permanent teeth started, and I had when my permanent teeth started coming in, of course, I think the bottom two came in first because that's kind of how teeth come in. And I had to have surgery on these bottom two teeth. Somehow the gums were way down here, my gums, and they had to take some gum grafts and build my gums up around my bottom teeth. I was 7. It was terrifying. And that just started a long, long journey of dental problems. My mother got married to a man who didn't want her to be fat. He had an infatuation with skinny women. My mother didn't like being a mother to begin with. And she used to say, she didn't want us. And she would tell us, I don't want you. I don't know why God is punishing me. Why would God do this to me? So, this is not a video or a channel about childhood trauma for at all. But just to know that we didn't have any food. Um, she didn't eat very much because she tried to stay skinny for her new husband. I've seen him take food from her hands and throw it in the trash. And so she doesn't have any self control. She still doesn't. She's still living. And so it was easier for her to not keep food in the house and to not cook. But there was never food ever. I can remember her fixing supper for, there was 4 of us, two of them two and me and my little brother. She would open one can of green beans. She would fix whatever the little meal was, but she would open one can of green beans and we would have to share it between 4 people. If you've ever opened a can of green beans, you know it's not enough for 4 people. It's enough for 4 people to have 10 green beans, maybe. So we just had a lot of enamel deficiency from well water. possible enamel deficiency from antibiotics when she was pregnant. But we had an enamel deficiency from malnutrition. And the dentist told her that. I can remember being maybe in like the 5th grade, and the dentist saying that he thought we were malnourished because we were so skinny. You could see all of our ribs, and our teeth were falling out, me and my little brothers both. But I remember that car ride on the way home, and she was so offended that that dentist would say that we were malnourished. She was so offended by that. And I didn't know. I was a child. And I remember thinking we weren't malnourished. I mean, we weren't Ethiopian. That's in my mind. You know, you hear that in school. Little kids in Ethiopia are starving. The kids in Ethiopia are starving. But we were also hungry. But here's the thing about malnourishment. I didn't know I was hungry. I had been hungry for so long that I didn't feel hungry because my stomach was tiny. So that's led me to having a battle with food as an adult. I I have a problem with food because I didn't get any for a lot of years. But anyway, I struggled with my teeth, and I cried and I struggled. I had them all root canaled. I've had them crowned. I've had them capped. I wanted to keep my teeth. Then what happened was my front ones that were really, really bad, they were all capped and built up with filling. None of them were really my teeth. And what happened was during the quarantine, like March or April of 2020, my front one right here completely fell off. My cap just fell off. So it was a whole empty hole right there. And then this tooth ended up breaking in half. Um, and so I was missing, it became terrible. And I always before, if a cap would fall off or if my tooth would chip, I would go immediately back to the dentist and I would have it fixed because that's my smile. And my teeth, I wanted to keep them. I had constant abscess, teeth, constant pain, constant infection. I was in constant battle. My teeth was a constant battle, but it was one I had been fighting since I was a child. So I was used to fighting it, and I wanted to keep my teeth. I did not want false teeth like an old woman. But I couldn't, everybody was so scared of COVID, nobody would see me. And then it took them a year, I think, to start seeing patients again. And then they would only see emergency patients. Mine weren't hurting and they weren't infected, so they wouldn't see me. So by the time the quarantine was over, my teeth were, it was over. It was just over. So I had to get these, I had them in August of 2021. So about a year and a half ago. Now I still don't have, these teeth are mine. These are the only ones I have left. Oddly enough, these teeth have never had a single cavity for some reason. And then I got this one. It's got a cavity in it now. And a big, huge filling, you can see. And I need to get a partial for down here. I've never done that. But I got these, which are just cheap temporary dentures. Look, they don't even go all the way up. These are just terrible. They don't fit. They never fit. They didn't fit when I got them. They don't fit now, but they fit worse now. I have to glue them in, completely glue them in. Without glue, these just fall right out. But not only are they too big, like in my mouth, the teeth are too small. When I smile, you can only see the very bottoms, and so it makes my smile looks horrible. My face is kind of sunk in because these teeth are not, they're not filling up my face like they should. But new dentures are expensive. I don't have any money because we have a band of gypsies living on the farm. That's a true story for another day. So I have a farm in Florida that's a rental property, and nobody's paying rent on it. And so I'm paying the house payment because it's still mortgaged. So I'm in about $9,000 right now so far to keep my farm. and paying somebody to kick these gypsies off of my property. I'm not making any money on the property because I can't rent it because there's gypsies on it and campers. They pulled campers in. I'm in northeastern Iowa. So I have a property manager down there. She's working really hard. She's going to try to get the judge to sign the order tomorrow and have the sheriff go physically remove these people from my property. So, y'all, this has been a huge mess, and it's been a big, long journey. Meanwhile, I still have to make the mortgage payment, which is $1,500 a month. At $1,500 a month, when you're making a mortgage payment, and they're on my property, there's no electric. They're just squatting down there. So with no electric, then there's a well, and so the pump doesn't work. And so I have all these gypsies on my property. Where are they going to the bathroom? I'm so stressed, I can't even think about it. I literally have to put it out of my mind. Makes me so furious. It's all I can do to keep from getting in my car and driving down there. It's a good thing I'm 18 hours away. But anyway, at $1,500 a pop, and then paying all the bills to live in the house that I live in now, and then all my monthly bills, I don't have any money. I have $18 in my savings account. So I watched a bunch of videos on dentures and temporary dentures and getting permanent dentures and getting prettier dentures and getting snap-ins, which that's a pipe dream to get those all in 4, all in 1. I mean, that's just a pipe dream anyway, because those are so expensive. But anyway, so with all of the mess that's happening, I've been sick for 2 weeks. My teeth do not fit. I don't even have any bottom ones. I don't have any money. I don't know that I'm going to have the money to, I don't have the money to make all of my bills because I'm paying on that farm and paying on this house and working every day. You know what it feels like to work every day and still not be able to pay what you need to pay? It's crazy. And then somebody said something about China tonight, and we're going to go to war with China. I don't know. That's a mess that I don't want to think about. And so I got the guitar out, my little guitar. It's my little Taylor, which I love so much. Taylor and Gibson are my favorite guitars. Everybody has a favorite. I'm not a very good guitar player. But I love it. It makes me happy. Before I spoke a word, you were singing over me. You have been so, so good to me. Before I took a breath, you breathe your life in me. You have been so, so kind to me. Overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. It chases me down, fights till I'm found, leaves in 99. I couldn't earn it, I don't deserve it. Still you give yourself away. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. So that sounds rough because I'm still sick, but that's okay. This is not necessarily meant to sound good. I play to make my heart happy, hopefully make the heart of God happy. Goodness. We did a 4-hour play rehearsal today. We're doing community theater. We're doing The Odd Couple. So if you are in northeastern Iowa, here in about 2 weeks, you could come watch me in The Odd Couple. So I'm sick, acting, fat, teeth don't work, got no money. I need to sing a blues song. This is the I'm too fat, teeth don't work, got no money blues. So y'all know I started this YouTube channel called Uprooted because I was having a midlife crisis. I'm still kind of in the middle of one. I wish this light wasn't reflecting in that mirror. It's kind of bright, isn't it? I could turn it off, but then I don't think you'd be able to see me at all. Let me turn it off and turn this back one on and see what that looks like. Let's see. There's a light back there. Is that better? Well, I mean, that's better as far as, you don't have that glare now. You don't have that glare in that mirror. I'm sorry, y'all. I had this cough for 2 weeks. Anyway, came up here to Northern Iowa. It's beautiful. I don't know. There's no way to even start to begin to tell you how I got here. I have a bunch of videos, when I decided I would make this YouTube channel about having a midlife crisis and just going crazy and leaving everybody I know and moving, and then leaving that place and moving again, and just not knowing what to do. And when I decided I would make this video, this YouTube channel, it says edit. What is that? I thought I could edit it. Maybe I could get some more money. Uh-oh. YouTube. I don't know how to work it. Anyway, I haven't got around to uploading any of those videos yet. What I wanted to do was document this journey for myself. So when I came out on the other side, I could look back, see the faithfulness of God in my life. That footprints poem that your grandmother had on the wall, mine did too, where there was one set of footprints in the sand. And the person said to God, I thought you said you would never leave me, but look at this time in my life. I see there's only one set of footprints because you left me during this time. And then God said, no, the time that you saw the one set of footprints was the time I was carrying you. So, okay. I feel like there has to be one set of footprints right now. And for the last year of my life, I don't even have words to describe to you how crazy that. It's not that I'm crazy. My brain is not working like it used to work. It's not on that same level. I think this is too dark. You know what I might do is just take that mirror down. So anyway, part of the problem with me making videos in a YouTube channel is I'm not very expressive and I'm not very open. So here's what we may do. Oh, this mirror is heavy, y'all. There, that's better. Now you can see me and you don't have to see the glare in the mirror. Okay. Well, I'm not very expressive. I'm not an expressive person. Matter of fact, I'm the opposite of expressive. I mean, I'm real happy. Everybody calls me Little Miss Sunshine because I'm always laughing. I have one emotion that I'm comfortable with, and that's happy or laughter. My son will tell you I'm not comfortable with sadness. I'm not comfortable with anger. I'm not comfortable with frustration. I'm not comfortable with confrontation. Anybody showing any kind of emotion except happy around me makes me uncomfortable, and it gives me panic. Have panic attacks. So I'm not at all comfortable talking about anything about my life. So that makes this a challenge because I'm not looking to be one of those people that let everybody into my emotional world and get a million subscribers and become YouTube famous. That's not who I am. Because I don't want people in my business. That's never have. But I realized sometime last summer, and I didn't start doing it, okay? But I realized last summer I'm having a midlife crisis. I spent the entire summer in bed. That's a whole nother story that I may or may not tell. See, you'll hear me say that. Well, that's a whole nother story. That's my way of saying I don't want to talk about that right now. And I realized that I probably need to document this so people would know. I mean, who's going to watch this? This is 22 minutes long. Who would watch a 22-minute video of me just talking? I wouldn't. I wouldn't give somebody 22 minutes of my life. Who would watch this? This makes me feel stupid. Let me end this stream.